So upon reflecting on that game, I realized, alright, cool, these guys weren't just scanning when they were about to get the ball. They were scanning, you know, well before the ball was even gonna approach them. You know, 4 or 5 passes before the ball was even gonna come to them. They were just constantly scanning, just downloading data of, okay, cool, where are my teammates? Where are the opponents? Where are the spaces? What type of movements do I have to make? What type of touch do I have to take? How many touches can I take in this situation? Is it a case where I might have to bounce it back? Is it a case where I can take 2 touches, take 3? Can I take on my back foot and turn? Just all of these things. So obviously that's the first point. I think I was like 16, where I was like, alright, cool, I need to start properly scanning, just constantly. Not just when I get the ball. I have to be aware of everything around me all the time. You understand? You see a guy like Messi just constantly just walking around the pitch and he's just scanning, just doing this. He's just constantly just scanning, just looking for spaces, just looking for opportunities, seeing where his teammates are, seeing where the opponents are. And then in terms of the double movements as well, double movements is just a thing where it's like, yo, it just creates you space when you're going to receive the ball. Instead of just sort of, you know, looking around and then just sort of jogging to the ball and then asking to receive the ball. You have to be sharp. You have to do something. Maybe it's a case of you pull out like this and then you come back in, or you fake to come in and then you pull back out. Just simple double movements. That's one of the most easiest things to, you know, create yourself space so you can actually make better decisions on the ball. This is why you get guys like Toni Kroos, Luka Modric, and all these centre midfielders who like to play in tight areas. It always seems like they have so much time and space on the ball, simply because, you know, their double movements, they've checked their shoulders, they know where the spaces are. Obviously these guys being press resistant as well obviously helps, because a guy like Sergio Busquets, it gets to a certain point where it's like, even guys like Steven Gerrard are saying, yo, I just stopped pressing him because there's no point. Obviously, if you're press resistant on top of all of these things as well, it definitely helps. But definitely the scanning and the double movements were the 2 things that I took from when I got humbled as a footballer. So just make sure when this does happen to you, whether you take a bad loss, or maybe it wasn't even a bad loss, maybe it was just a bad performance from you personally and you got hooked at half time, something like that, just make sure that you take lessons from it. You ask yourself why, how this happened, and what you need to do to rectify it.